Hey, it's Alicia here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing how to increase your vibration instantly. People always want to know this. How can I get to a higher frequency? How can I get to a higher state of consciousness or a higher harmonic? How do I do that? And really the only way to do that is to embrace exactly where you are. So I refer to the scale of consciousness a lot. This was brought up in the book Power versus Force. You can just Google the human scale of consciousness if you've never heard of it before. But when you look at the scale, like lower on the scale is like despair, grief, hopelessness, fear, and higher up on the scale is like willingness and acceptance, and even higher up on the scale is love, joy, and enlightenment. And it's actually our natural state to be in the consciousness of love. That's what we're actually made out of, is pure love, energy, the divine, whatever you want to call it. Whatever makes up the whole universe is within all of us, and we are all naturally made up of the same thing, which is love. So it's our natural state to be in the frequency of love. So it's not like you need to try hard to get to a higher frequency. It doesn't have to be something that's hard. It's something you just need to allow and to invite. So it actually requires more relaxation and more slowing down to dissolve lower frequency energies. So if you're, somewhere lower on the scale of consciousness, for example, you're feeling a lot of fear, for example, the only way to get out of fear into a higher state of consciousness is to naturally allow yourself to move up that scale, which means dissolving lower frequency energies so that you naturally move up on the scale. And how do you dissolve energies? They dissolve on their own. They transmute on their own when you're not living in resistance and like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if you're like imagine if you don't want to feel your fear and you're contracting, like you can already see that you're not allowing energy to circulate. But if you leave your heart open, you're willing to embrace that fear or whatever that emotion is, and you allow it to move, it dissolves on its own. And then you naturally just increase your vibration. So how do you move into a higher harmonic? How do you increase your vibration instantly? You relax more, you slow down more, you embrace exactly where you are with even 2% more willingness. I know it can bring up a lot of fear, and people can be like, no, I don't want to feel my emotions. I'm going to continue to live in disconnection and to try to control things on the outside so that I don't have to feel what I'm feeling on the inside. It can seem really scary, but even 2% more willingness to feel what you're feeling, even 10 seconds of tuning into your body and what am I feeling right now? Breathe through it. The energy is moving on its own, and then you naturally just increase your state of consciousness. It would be great if you obviously could measure this, and actually is measurable. The electromagnetic field of our bodies are detectable about 6 to 10 feet outside of our bodies, even though they spread out way further than that. So there is ways that you could actually measure this and see that when you relax, you do instantly increase your vibration. So if you can get out of your head and into your heart more, that would increase your state of consciousness. So how I would recommend that you start doing this and start practicing this right now is to take 3 pauses throughout the day. You can do one as soon as you wake up in the morning, as soon as you go to bed, and then set 1 alarm on your phone for the middle of the day to take a pause. So just bring awareness to what you're feeling. You can either try to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, or you can just tune in and maybe try to come up with a word for it, or just scan your body. The awareness alone is what's going to allow the energy to move, because now you're no longer resisting it. You're not keeping the energy in place, because what you resist persists. So if you don't want to feel your emotions, you're keeping them stuck, you're keeping that energy stuck. So if you can embrace those emotions without resistance, which is what you're doing when you bring awareness to it, no judgment, no resistance, just getting curious, what am I feeling? And then take 3 really slow, deep breaths into your belly. This allows the energy to actually transmute. And you can take it a step further, and after you've transmuted that energy, bring in a higher frequency energy. Say to yourself, you know what, I choose to feel more joy. I choose to relax my body and be at peace now. Whatever you want to say to yourself. that step is not necessary, because just the awareness alone, now you've released resistance, which is exactly what was keeping you in that higher vibration, or in that lower vibration, was the fact that you didn't want to be there. So when you brought that awareness to what you were feeling, you already allowed the energy to move, because that's a natural thing. It's our natural state to be in one of love. So all you have to do is not resist. And then the energy will move on its own, and you will come into a higher vibration instantly. So I hope you found that video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and hit the bell button if you want to be notified the next time I upload a video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.